Next, let's queer up trans rights. Surveys show 92% of trans Americans are anxious about the results of the 2024 election. A new survey reveals that an overwhelming majority of transgender individuals in the United States are feeling heightened anxiety about the upcoming November presidential election. Conducted by Folks Health, the survey garnered responses from over 1,500 LGBTQ+ individuals across all states. When focusing solely on trans respondents, the sample consisted of 1,239 adults. The results detailed in the Transgender Perspectives on the 2024 Election report indicate that 92% of transgender and non-binary participants are anxious about the election's outcome. This anxiety is fueled by concerns over the potential impact on LGBTQ healthcare access, with nearly 9 out of 10 trans respondents believing that the election will significantly influence their healthcare options nationwide. The survey also highlighted that 86% of trans adults have experienced negative mental health effects due to the ongoing political discourse, with 67% fearing for their personal safety and that of their families. Additionally, 68% have responded reporting strained relationships with their loved ones because of these concerns. The departure of President Joe Biden from the election race has brought a slight increase in feelings of enthusiasm and hopefulness, particularly after Vice President Kamala Harris took his place. Despite this, fears persist, as one of the respondents expressed deep concern, stating, "I feel my life and the lives of others are at stake." This observation was widely reported from the trans community, that their very existence is up for debate. Sadly, I really do think that's what some politicians are trying to do, is really turn this into trans lives should be debatable. And I remember that we used to do this, they used to do this to marriage equality, if our marriages could be debated or not. And now I'm seeing how they're doing it for trans healthcare. Like, the idea that we're going to decide, the government, what type of healthcare is acceptable for a trans person, it's gotten really insane. And I definitely know exactly what a lot of these people are feeling.
My biggest thing is I dislike how the government always wants to step in and think that it knows how to make decisions. When the decisions need to be coming from professionals in the field, they do the same thing with education. They're doing it with healthcare. Fund it and shut the hell up.
Right. Well, and 92% is a considerable number, and they are not the only ones who are anxious. A lot of us are anxious, and one way to alleviate that anxiety is to vote. And make sure everyone that you know votes as well.
I think the interesting part too is, with such a high percentage, that shows they're listening. People are, right? It's like people are educating and educating this youth. And as we know, this whole population, this younger generation, they're very involved politically. They're involved in world. It's, they're our hope in our future, in a way. So it's the idea that they are listening. They may be anxious, but it's probably because now they're realizing what everybody has been fighting for all along.
I've even watched people in my family come around, which has been nice for me. That's all I'm going to say. It's been nice for me. Just to hear people in my family start to change their tune about the way they're approaching the questions they ask in this campaign. So while I'm still anxious along with my trans brothers and sisters, I am also feeling a bit more confident.
Wow.